From the Providence Civic Center, City Life Sports presents the Rhode Island Interscholastic League Class C Boys Basketball Championships. Hi, everybody. I'm John Parenti. Dave Caprio is alongside. Jim Sussman providing the stats. We're ready to go. The Johnston Panthers and the Scarlet Knights of Exeter West Greenwich making their first appearance ever at the Providence Civic Center. We'll pick up the starting lineups as Kevin Main is joined by his Johnston counterpart, Mike Rainone. Here's Dan LeBeau, a 5'11 junior. And for the Panthers, here comes Norman Paquin. This alternating style, unique. Scott Duncan's had a very nice year in this, just his sophomore year, the big 6'3 center. For the Scarlet Knights of Joe May and Alfred Petrarca. And Jimmy DiPetrillo, who has given Jim Hopkins extraordinary minutes for 3 years. And Brian Main goes out to shake the hand of Johnston assistant Gary Mazzy. And Brian Rainone, the outstanding senior tri-captain from the Panthers, rounds out the starting five. Johnston, a prohibitive favorite to win this game. They have ruled Class C. However, Joe May, who has got a lot of coaching experience behind him, and a Scarlet Knight team that's just exuberant and happy to be here, anything, as we have seen, Dave Caprio, anything can happen.
This is the third game on the in this championship day. We've had one game go into double overtime, and the second game won at the buzzer. All the predictions and all the rules fly out the window. As soon as that ball is thrown up at midcourt, this game will be underway in a minute.
Johnston in the home white uniforms. EWG in the black. As it's Main, and Main. Scott, Brian, and Kevin. With Duncan and LeBeau. Against Rainone, DiPetrillo, Paquin. And the tap is won by Johnston. Kevin Main is wearing 20, not 34. Thank you there, David. You could have told everybody.
Well, everybody doesn't have the scorecard in front of them.
Johnston works the ball for the first offensive possession. The no-look on the left is controlled by Rainone. Knocked away by Main. Brian, that is. Rainone up top. Delfino will run the offense. Patient of the Panthers. Downtown Rainone for three. Panthers are up 3-zip. Kevin Main. Up top, Scott Main. The main reason they're here. The deep outlet heading for Rainone. No. Joe May's club will look to take a little bit of starch out of the ball. Try to keep this score down in the 40s and 50s because Johnston can run like crazy. Brian Main holds. Scott Main. Brian again. That's Duncan, bottled up. Nice look inside. LeBeau laid it in. And the Panthers will show a little bit of zone pressure. Panthers break the token pressure. Delfino forced to look outside. Reno back to Delfino. A little more room. Little too fancy to the corner. Maine knocked it off the body despite the good hustle by DiPetrillo. The Scarlet Knights have the ball. This time Johnston throws a little bit of pressure. A half-court trap. Maine. Easy cop out for me. You've got 3 Maines in the lineup. That's a little bit too far for LeBeau, and Johnston takes over. The City Life Sports exclusive is brought to you by Cookson. Exeter West Greenwich comes up with it. This is LeBeau. Scott Maine. Johnston sitting back in the 2-3, almost daring them to shoot it from the outside. Scott Maine, 16er. The rebound comes down to Reno. Here comes Bryan. Reno downtown. And the Scarlet Knights look to run. Nice spin move by Maine. Kevin can't put it in.
Spun into the lane, a little bit out of control.
EWG sitting back in the 2-3, but Johnston can shoot the 3 a little bit better than the Scarlet Knights can. Delfino swatted down nicely. Scott Duncan, 6'3", tried to go coast to coast. The ball knocked away nicely by Johnston. Delfino, Reno, DiPetrillo, and Paquin, who hasn't gotten a touch yet. That's Bryan Maine. LeBeau, it won't go. Reno has it for Johnston. Panthers have always had great athletes on their team. They got great basketball players this year, too. 3-point goal, Reno. (6-2) the Panthers. Maine trying to answer, won't go. Mr. Reno's got the rebound. There's the dish down low and a nice reverse by Paquin. 8-2 the Panthers, just like that. And we have a whistle and we have a foul as Gary Pacino calls the foul on Mike Reno. Pacino working with Mike Gabarra. Both are excellent officials. Gabarra, the old baseball coach from Barrington High School, and Pacino, the ex-West Warwick point guard. He won a Class B championship at West Warwick, and the Scarlet Knights take a timeout. Timeout on the floor here at the Providence Civic Center. 3:35 left to play here in the first quarter. The Panthers 8, EWG 2. It's 8-2. Johnston leading Exeter West Greenwich. Joe May, Al Petrarca wanted to talk to the Scarlet Knights, trying to keep out of a track meet with a very good team from Johnston. Scott Maine trying to create, makes it an 8-4 game. A 2-2-1 3-quarter court press. Duncan to Reno, wants the triple. He's got 3 of them, and the Panthers are up by 7. Reno with 9. The Panthers with 11. The pass a little bit too high for Duncan. And on the turnover, Johnston takes over. Brian Reynolds got a future in basketball. Steve DeMeo is now in the lineup for the Panthers. Wears 22. Delfino is out taking a breather. They've also put Ken Norwegian in the game. Shots missed. He's human. The rebound by Norm Paquin. Reynaud, nice ball fake on LeBeau. Reynaud's fall away won't go, and Johnston keeps that one too. Justin Jesse, a 6'1" sophomore, now in the ball game for the Scarlet Knights. This Exeter West Greenwich team is a team of the future. Only Brian Main is graduating. Everyone else is back, and the bulk of those players are sophomores. Trying the breakup by Justin Jesse. And Gary Pacino calls a 3-second violation against the Panthers. Now it's the Panthers who throw the heat on. LeBeau's got it. Cross court. This is Brian Main. Draws the double. Over to Scott Main. The rebound taken care of by the Panthers. One shot and they sweep it clean. Steve DeMeo trying to run the floor. Reynaud, I should say DiPetrillo, cans it. (13-4) the Panthers. Not what the doctor ordered for EWG. And this one's stolen away by Reynaud. Norwegian for 3. The Panthers keeping it alive. Nice job of crashing the boards. Russillo won't fly, and the rebound taken care of by the Scarlet Knights. Main the sneak away. That won't go. The follow by LeBeau won't go. Main again. Finally, they score. That's Scott Main. Scott's a sophomore. Brian's a senior. Kevin's a sophomore, too. Last minute of play, first period. Reynaud will balance the floor. They go 1-4 low set and promptly throw it away. Joe May saying, use your head. Think about what you're doing. Use your head. All right, Reynaud is back in for the Panthers along with a bunch of other people. Main to Main. Brian's got it. That's Scott now with 30. Duncan had it tipped away. The Panthers trying to collapse down low. Like I said, they're forcing the challenge from outside. (27 and 22 on the clocks. LeBeau. Here comes Reynaud. The dish to Reynaud. Nice ball movement. They can't finish it. 15 seconds left. Main one-on-one. Nice hustle breaking it up. Michael Reynaud. And the Scarlet Knights with 11 seconds left have one more chance.
Johnston's doing a fine job of packing it in low and forcing the Scarlet Knights to take those 15 and 18-footers. Scarlet Knights having a tough time putting them down.
Scott Main couldn't hit. 2 seconds left. And with 0.1 seconds to go, Johnston will he be able to inbound here? Can't really do anything with that 0.1 second except just kind of let it go. But Reynaud will put it up for grabs, and that's how the period will end. The end of the first quarter, Johnston 13, Exeter West Greenwich 6. He's Dave Caprio. I'm John Peretti. Jim Sussman is alongside, providing us statistical tidbits, like the fact that the Scarlet Knights shot 25% of the first quarter at 3 for 12, Johnston 5 for 13. Panthers leading at 13-6 as we begin the second quarter. And Main from three-point land connects.
Just casually walked up to the three-point line and let it fly.
Well, that'll put you back in a ball game in a hurry. And again, they'll show some pressure. Johnston's Mike Reynaud. Over to Brian Reynaud, who's got 3 for 3 from three-point land himself. Now he's 3 for 4. Scott Main, the rebound. They'll choose some clock whenever they can. There's a steal by Raynaud and a knockaway by Exeter West Greenwich. The Panthers will keep control. Now, the Scarlet Knights play the roster game with us again. They gave somebody a new uniform down there, 25. That's DiPetrillo for his third and fourth of the game, 15-9. LeBeau. Down low to Henderson.
Nice look.
And there's a nice look inside of the basket converted by LeBeau. Oh, that's a Justin Jesse, 13. Now here's a steal by LeBeau, but a re-steal by Raynaud. Johnston's got numbers. Nice ball fake, and the conversion by DiPetrillo. 17-11. Johnston answers Exeter West Greenwich's first charge. LeBeau. That's Scott Main, doubled. And now we're going to have a frustration foul against the Scarlet Knights. Jimmy Hopkins, coaching the Johnston Panthers, took over from Bobby Smith several years ago and has had nothing but success with the blue and white. Also the baseball coach at Johnston for many years. All right, the Mains, Kevin and Brian, are back in the Exeter West Greenwich lineup as Brian Raynaud shovels it off to Raynaud. Raynaud's got it again. Delfino will take care of things. The 1-4 set. They'll double down low on the big guy. Raynaud picks it up anyway. Still doubled, still squeezing, still hitting.
Fadeaway with two guys in his face. Raynaud still puts it in from the corner.
19-11. Panthers by 8, and there's the nice little sneak in, and Justin Jesse puts, it's not Justin Jesse, it's 31. It's Hendershot who made the basket. As once again, they throw us a curveball. Everybody got that? Hendershot wearing 31 instead of 30. The Panthers will take over. I swear sometimes they switch things up just to confuse us. Mike Raynaud, no doubt about who he is. He's an athlete. Delfino. Paquin. DiPetrillo to Raynaud. They've all touched the ball. Keep that in mind. It goes out of bounds to the Panthers. In that 1, 7, or 8 seconds, they all touched the ball. That's trademark Jim Hopkins. Paquin found some room, found 2 points. 21-13. Maine. Nice look down low. 21-15. Okay, we've got another one for you. 25, Mike Capitosto instead of 33 in your home programs for the Exeter West Greenwich Scarlet Knights. Oh, what a move by Delfino. His first deuce of the game, 23-15. There's a nice no-look. Capitosto looking down low. And Hendershot converts. 23-17. Scarlet Knights hanging in. Raynaud. Oh, had it swatted away. It's a nice defensive play. Well, now Hendershot is wearing 30. Well, now the question is, who's wearing 31? We're going to go down at halftime to straighten this all out for you. Raynaud 0 for 3. 14 points for Brian Raynaud. 26-17, Johnston. Capitosto looking for some running room. Dan LeBeau. That's Maine. Capitosto won't be able to convert. There's the turnaround. Hendershot with the shot. 26-19. 3:30 to play. Oh, great cut and a great block. The Scarlet Knights come back with numbers. 5-on-2 for Exeter West Greenwich. LeBeau.
All set up by that great block at the other end. He timed it perfectly and caught it clean.
26-21, 3:11 left to play in first half. Joe May's pesky Scarlet Knights hanging in with the heavily favored Johnston Panthers. Steve DeMeo. Norwegian. Paquin. It's a Scarlet Knight basketball. Timeout for the Panthers. 2:53 left to play here in the first half. Panthers 26. Scarlet Knights 21. Back at the Providence Civic Center, the second quarter of the 1996 Credit Union Classics Class C Boys Championship game. The Scarlet Knights and the Panthers have lit it up here in the second quarter. Johnston 60% shooting on 6 of 10 from the floor. Exeter West Greenwich 77.8% from the floor on 7 of 9. Wow. The bugs are out. The offenses are clicking. Scarlet Knights with the basketball can pull to within 2 with a three-pointer, can pull to within 3 with a two-pointer. Maine on the drive, the stop, the pop, no look, no good. Rebound, Raynaud. DeMeo for the Panthers. Hounded to Raynaud. Can't leave him open. That's why. 17 points for Brian Raynaud. 17 of them. 5 three-pointers. Let's try for 6. Not that time. Norwegian, or Paquin converts. Even when Raynaud misses, somebody's there for the putback. Panthers by 10 again. 2 minutes left to play in the period. Duncan. He's got it for 3. 31-24. Exeter West Greenwich can really use a stop right here. And they've just got to play ball denial on white-hot Brian Raynaud. Paquin. Off the cut, DeMeo down low. The Knights have got their stop and nearly give it away. Finally, they break clear. Here's Brian Maine. He's got some help. LeBeau, short. LeBeau again, fouled.
Came right back to him after the first shot. LeBeau followed it in. Tried to go for the layup and was hacked on the way in.
Back in the ball game for the Panthers come Delfino and Mike Raynaud. And Jimmy Hopkins will also send DiPetrillo back in the game to replace Norwegian. Dan LeBeau in his junior year. Needs one to make it a 6-point Johnston lead. Duncan checks in. And the Scarlet Knights get their pivot man. 6'3" sophomore Duncan. Second shot by LeBeau is too strong. Duncan, immediate results. The putback, good. Oh, call Joe May a genius for making that move. Raynaud. Oh, great dish. The Panthers get it right back. DiPetrillo from Raynaud. 33-26.
He caught himself in the air.
Nice save. Went right to the wrong person. LeBeau is crushed. All right, so Kevin Main is now wearing 20. Let me see if I get this right. Jim, Kevin Main is wearing 20. Capitosto's wearing 25. Hendershot's wearing 30. Okay. Unless they switch at halftime. That's the way they worked it at Purdue, didn't they? The first by LeBeau is good, and they're back within 6. 41 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 33-28. 8 points make that 9 points now for Dan LeBeau. And Johnston will call a timeout with 36 left, I should say, as Mike Raynone was forced to call timeout because of the good trap. Brian Raynaud, 17 points, 5 3-pointers. DiPetrillo has 8 points, 6 for Paquin. And for Exeter West Greenwich, you've got 9 for Dan LeBeau and another 7 for Scott Main. They've got 16 of the 28 points, obviously. The communities of Exeter and West Greenwich represented for the very first time here at the Providence Civic Center.
And they drew a big crowd as we see them cheering along with the cheerleaders, very involved in the cheerleaders' chairs and almost filling up the 3 middle sections here at the Civic Center.
And as always, Johnston brought over a mess of people. You're not going to find very more supportive communities of their athletic programs than Johnston, Rhode Island. 36.7 seconds left to play in the first half. And there's about 5 seconds between shot clock and game clock. The Scarlet Knights just trying to slow the Panthers down a little bit. Paquin. 12 seconds now on the shot clock for Delfino to create something. Now there are 10. Raynone. They double on Renaud. Raynaud's got it. Downtown. That will do it for the quarter, for the shot, but not for the quarter. LeBeau is fouled at the buzzer.
We'll get 2 shots with nobody at the around the paint.
Well, not only did it confuse them, it confused me. That buzzer just stopped play. That was the shot clock.
That was the shot clock.
The Panthers will go into the locker room, and Jimmy Hopkins says you can't do that. Jimmy says you've got to have players on the floor here. Oh, no, there is 0.0. Just can't send them into the locker room. All right, so the half is over. LeBeau will get 2 at the line. They're down 4. How Exeter West Greenwich is in this game is beyond belief in many minds here. But it is a 3-point halftime lead. Cinderella lives in rural Rhode Island. At the end of the first half, Johnston 33. 3, 2, 1. 33-30 Johnston as we begin the third quarter here at the Providence Civic Center. And the 96 Credit Union Classics Class C Rhode Island Interscholastic League Boys Championship basketball game. Brian Raynaud's been the story. 17 points, including 5 3-pointers. He's got the ball now for the blue and white. DiPetrillo. There's your first blood of the third quarter. 35-30 Johnston. Both teams shooting 60% in the second quarter. Man, they lit it up. Downtown Maine. Unkind rim. Johnston gets the ball. Raynaud is tripped up. I believe what they did was call the foul on Scott Main. And indeed, that's what happened. Mike Gabarra on the call. It's Delfino, Raynaud, DiPetrillo, Norman Paquin, and Mike Raynone to begin the second half for the Johnston Panthers. Raynone has got it. Now it's Raynode. Ball fake on LeBeau. Downtown. Three-pointer number 6 for Brian Raynode.
These first few minutes are going to be a crucial point in this game. Exeter West Greenwich had the momentum going into halftime, and it seems as though Johnston's stealing it away from them, coming out strong.
Maine looks down low. Duncan never got it there. Paquin the rebound. Raynode now with 20. Here's Delfino. As Exeter West Greenwich has gone man-to-man now. Raynode over LeBeau. 22 for Brian Raynode. Oh, my. And here's a steal. Raynone makes it a 12-point lead. Joe May calls timeout. 42-30. Brian Raynode with 22 points. And that is the best individual performance so far of this entire Credit Union Classic. Man alive. 42-30 Panthers. We'll be back with more for the Providence Civic Center in a moment.
Left. You're going to take the Middle Spring Avenue.
Exeter West Greenwich with the ball, trailing by 12 and maybe more. There's a slap on Maine. Scott Maine commits the personal foul. It's his first. They call Brian instead of Scott there? Yeah. Raynone. That three won't fall. Paquin the rebound. Raynone. Nope. Rebound Paquin. Sooner or later they'll score. Look at Raynode crash. Exeter West Greenwich's ball. They had 4 shots at that baby. Well, judging by my watch, it's just about time for Exeter West Greenwich to start another run. They get down by 12, they bring it to 4. They get down by 10, they bring it to 3. This time a steal by the Panthers. And now Maine tries to save her. Duncan, a great save to Maine. That's Scott Maine for 3. Rebound. And the putback by EWG's oh, yeah, that's Kevin Maine. Here I am looking for 20. It's on the wrong side. Boy, oh, boy. Jim, remind me to write a note to my friend Joe Maine, who used to coach the women at CCRI before taking the job here at Exeter West Greenwich, and tell him he owes me breakfast for doing this to me. Raynode again. A little too long that time. Coming down with it is Brian Maine. Duncan from the foul line. They get it back. Scott Maine won't go. LeBeau again. That's Brian. That's Scott. And that's out of bounds to Johnston. (42-32) Panthers. Yeah, for all that shooting that they had, of the 60% shooting, and at one point it was what, 77.8. It has calmed down a lot. The Panthers have tightened the defensive vice grips a bit. Johnston's got John Holder in the game. That's him at the point, working on his opposite number, Brian Maine. Raynone, short. Steve DeMeo is in too. His try for 3 is good. 45-32, and suddenly Johnston with their biggest lead of the night. And now they'll get the ball back.
They've outscored Exeter West Greenwich 12-2 here in the opening 4 minutes of the third quarter. Exeter needs to hold the line if they don't want this one to be a runaway.
They need to get them tracked. 1 basket in the first 4 minutes and 12 seconds of the third quarter. And DiPetrillo gives to DeMeo, who in turn hands to Delfino, and here come the Panthers. With a nice beat down court. Delfino tried to slip it down low in the region. Kenny had it knocked away. It's a Panther ball. Reynaud. Oh, nice fake by DeMeo. That'll hurt. 47-32. It's a 14-2 run now. Cross court, LeBeau. They need lightning to strike right now. Brian Main got it off. Scott Main lets it fly. He'll go to the line. I don't want to belabor this point, but Exeter West Greenwich's even better days lie ahead. Brian Main goes. Everybody else is back. Everybody.
It's good experience for all the underclassmen to get this first game on championship game under their belt, to play in the Civic Center, and if they actually do get back here, the novelty won't be there. And as we were saying in some of the other games, when they come out of the box, beginning of the game, you see the nervousness, you see the jitters. I mean, this is the Providence Civic Center for these high school kids. Once you're here a few times, that goal flies out the window, and you can come out strong.
47-34, Panthers in the lead. Delfino, one-touch pass down low in the region, lets it fly, and he got fouled. LeBeau will pick up the foul. It is his second. Nobody in foul trouble. It's only the third EWG foul. Raynon will get another, I should say, and Norwegian will get another one. He's increased the lead to 14 at 48-34. To 15 it goes. Brian Main. They're going to start looking to shoot it on up now. On the dribble drive, Main miss. That's Brian. Pretty move by Delfino to break from traffic. Uh-oh, Reynaud. And we've got a foul in the region.
We had a collision with two Exeter West Greenwich players as they're trying to get in Raynaud's face as he was launching the three.
Mike Ibarra will call out the trainer and Joe May.
Yeah, it's Scott Main and Hendershot colliding. Raynaud missed the shot. I don't know if that's any consolation.
Hendershot's going to come out. Duncan goes back in. Joe May won't be charged with a timeout. Johnston not satisfied with a 15-point lead. Will throw a little heat on the ex-Scarlet Knights. Brian Main. Over to Duncan. The sophomore cut off the baseline nicely. That shot won't count. Well, the Scarlet Knights will go to the line for a couple as Brian Main will shoot a deuce. So Johnston sends in a shipment of fresh bodies. Paquin is back. .49-35 as they get on the board. And Maine's second falls. 49-36. 2 minutes, 28 seconds left to play. And the Panthers will inbound. They just called a foul on Brian Main. Reynaud will look. If he would have shot it from there, that one probably would have gone in. Panthers by 13 points with 2:16 to play. DiPetrillo nowhere to go but back up top. Delfino. Over to Reynaud with LeBeau in his face. Didn't use the pick. Now a couple of dribbles. Reynaud on the runner. 24 for Brian Reynaud. Yeah, he's not bad.
What a tough shot that was. Driving to his left, off balance, in the air, fading behind the backboard, and he still managed to get it through.
Panthers by 15. Mike Capitosto back in the lineup for the Scarlet Knights. DiPetrillo doubled. And there's a steal by Capitosto. Brian Main puts it in. That's Scott Main. The main problem is there's too many of them. There's Brian, there's Scott, there's Kevin.
Johnston foul number 34.
DiPetrillo picks up his second. Scott Main to try to complete the conventional three-point play. And now we have a push-off the other way. Fouls on LeBeau, and that'll be his third. Joe May doesn't need that. Now we've got the coach, who is really Joe M-A-Y, not M-A-I-N, like everybody else on the team. Reynaud trying to create with Paquin, but it was broken up by Dan LeBeau. Paquin's got it. Reynaud for three.
Boom.
27 points for him.
Never any doubt about that one. We're right on the vantage point. Follow that one right from his hand through.
Jim, what is that, 7?
7 to 12 on the 3-point.
Unbelievable. 7 of 12 from beyond the arc for Johnston's Brian Reynaud. There's a three-pointer by LeBeau to answer. Near steal by the Scarlet Knights. Doing a good job pressing in the backcourt, but Reynaud breaks it. And we have a blocking foul. A bang-bang play that went against Exeter West Greenwich. Justin Jesse commits the personal.
Justin Jesse trying to get over there and gain position. Whoever, I think a good call by the ref. He was still sliding underneath.
Reynaud, left-hander for 2. .29 points for Brian Reynaud. LeBeau to Scott Main. We have seen a virtuoso performance. It's an EWG ball. .15 seconds left, third quarter. Scott Main on the drive. Nice right-hander, won't fall. Rebound, Jesse is no good. Rebound, Reynaud with 6. With 4, oh boy, he'll go to the line. Whoops. Paquin tripped over LeBeau. So here's Brian Reynaud at the line. Not for anything, Dave Caprio. When's the last time you scored 30 points in 3 quarters?
Well, John.
Hey, don't feel bad. I haven't either. This is a very special basketball player right here. That's 30. You can go a long way with one of these boats. Hey, look at the human kid. And the putback won't go as Paquin tried to give them an 18-point lead at the end of the period. However, 16 is fine with the Panthers and their faithful. 8 minutes to play in the boys' Class C state championship. Johnston 57, Exeter West Greenwich 41. Welcome back to the Providence Civic Center with Dave Caprio and Jim Sussman. I'm John Parenti. 8 minutes left to play in the Class C State Championship. Johnston 50, Exeter West Greenwich 41. And Brian Raynaud has scored 30 points. And that's all you need to know about it. Johnston is just a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger up front, a little bit wiser, a little bit older, and Brian Raynaud plays for them. Exeter West Greenwich chilled. 3 of 13 in the third quarter from the floor. That's a killer.
Being outscored 24-11 in the third quarter. It's a long way back.
Capitosto will try it, and he had it knocked away once. Partially deflected a second time. Maine picks it up. Back to Capitosto. They look down low. Nice little dish. The layup is good by Kevin Maine, and he got fouled.
Lest we forget, just earlier today, we saw Pilgrim come back from a 10-point deficit in the fourth quarter to overcome that deficit and win the game on a buzzer beater.
The freebie is good by Maine, and it's 57-44. Full court pressure applied by the Scarlet Knights. Raynaud wings it on the left to Raynaud. Delfino, Raynaud ball fake. Jump shot, Raynaud. Rebound, Capitosto. Back come the Scarlet Knights. Capitosto again. Gets it back, launches the tray. Got it!
Just like that, it's a 10-point game.
Where they get it from, I don't know. Raynaud to Delfino. People are already shoveling dirt on them. They're back to within 10. Paquin is fouled by Justin Jesse. The Knights are over the limit. The Panthers will go to the line. I think. No, it's not. I'm sorry. No, I'm right. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all. I got it right.
You shouldn't be, John.
Pacino and Gabarra, they tried to mess me up. All right, the free throw by Paquin. And the rebound to Exeter West Greenwich. Hey, they can get it to 7 right here. 8 with a deuce. Look at this. It is a 7-point lead thanks to 5'9" junior guard Mike Capitosto. 57-50.
A 9-point run by the Scarlet Knights coming out here in the fourth quarter, outscoring Johnston 9-0. Johnston spreading it out, doing one of their set plays, trying to get the ball in the hole.
Three-pointer from Raynaud answers it. 60-50. 6:12 left to play. They'll go all after Capitosto now. That time it was thrown away by Kevin Maine. That's a plucky little band of Scarlet Knights you got there, Joe May. There's a held ball. The possession arrow is in Johnston's favor.
Oh, it's going to the bench.
Raynaud will inbound. Nearly stolen. Here's a 2-on-0. Paquin. 62-50. Well, they weathered the Capitosto storm. Maine to Jesse. Capitosto. Nice ball fake that time, and Delfino. Hey, he's got 8 in this period. 62-52. Delfino down low. Paquin Too much mustard. Raynaud pulls it out. Boy, is he smart. 5.5 minutes left in the C championship, the boys C championship. Paquin. Raynaud. Block!
Oh.
But we have a foul down low.
Foul down low. The block was clean, but they called a blocking foul on on Justin Jesse. He slid underneath. The block seemed to be clean, but he slid
Duncan's
underneath.
block was not only clean, but it shocked everybody on this side of the floor. The Johnston fans. DeMeo and Nerigian come in for Johnston. Raynaud get a couple. "31 points for Brian Raynaud.
Scott Main in the lineup, number 21.
Scott Main replaces Kevin Main. "64-52. Capitosto tripped up by Paquin. Not enough for the 1-1.
Johnston foul number 40. Norman Paquin hits first.
They will shoot the bonus after this one.
Team 6. Team 6. Justin Jesse back in the lineup tonight.
Main, the drive, the runner, it's good. Brian Main. 64-54, less than 5 minutes to play. And that will be considered a travel because you can't throw it to yourself. And once again, they can whittle it to 7. Let's see if Capitosto is in there. Oh, yeah. Scott Main. Back to Brian Main. Nice spin move. There's the leader. It goes! He got fouled.
Good ball handling there. Nice spin move in the paint. Drew the foul and put it through. The Knights seem to push it into 8, push it into 7, push it down to 6, but they can't seem to break that 6 or 7 point deficit. See if they can do it here. Oh, misses the free throw.
64-58. Panthers with an 8-point lead. Raynaud had his pocket picked. Look at the Exeter West Greenwich bodies there. 4 of them. The Scarlet Knights get the ball on the alternating exchange rule. All right, DiPetrillo comes back in. Delfino's back too. Paquin will get a break. That'll move Raynaud down low. Brian Main to LeBeau. The try for 3 is short. The rebound by Jesse, stripped away by the Panthers. Mr. Raynaud. Raynaud to Raynaud. 34. $66-56. We just shake our head at this kid. Jesse attacked and held, and he'll go to the line for a couple. You don't see performances like this every day. He just does so much.
We look at the scorecard, we see that he has 34 points. Is that right, John?
Yep.
34 points. It's a lot of points no matter what. But when he has 34 of 66 points scored for his whole team, he's scoring more than half the points for his team. And it's a close game, relatively so. It's not a blowout where his team is ahead 80-20 and he's just scoring at will and everybody else on the team is. I mean, he's got more than half of his team points in the state championship game. Just those facts alone speak for themselves.
2 for Justin Jesse brings it back down to 8 at 66-58. Brian Raynaud, 5 of 9 from inside the arc, 7 of 12 from outside. That's 12 of 21 shooting. Delfino brings it out. Scarlet Knights in man again. Raynaud. Nice save. Oh, what a great play by Raynaud. Raynaud makes it 36.
Puts it up with the left hand to cap that one off, John.
But it was Mike Raynaud who made the play and a brilliant save. 68-58. Maine the drive, and he traveled. The matter at hand for the Scarlet Knights is to stop right here. Jump pass is blocked away nicely. Capitosto to Maine. Brian Maine lays in it to get it right back. 68-60. Maine almost had another one. Here comes Mike Raynaud. We know who he's looking for. It's a kick ball. Panthers will get it. He was looking for Brian Raynaud, but he was hanging back. Brian will inbound. Nice look to Paquin, but they'll take that one away because he traveled. Well, believe it or not, with 3 minutes left, Exeter West Greenwich can bring the lead to 6 or 5. It's a 68-60 game. Brian Maine. Capitosto. Not that time. Paquin the rebound. And a near steal, but a travel is called. Delfino called for the travel. Duncan's going to check in for the Scarlet Knights.
Delfino tried to dribble through traffic rather than passing it. But caught with the travel.
68-60, 2:40 left. Brian Maine. Capitosto. Oh, the pickpocket by Raynaud, and look at this play by Exeter West Greenwich. Brian Maine. Duncan now. It's LeBeau. Kenny Maine downtown.
Boom.
It's a 5-point game. It's a 5-point game. Can you believe it?
Just over 2 minutes to go. The Scarlet Knights have fought back to get within 5. Crucial possession here by Johnston.
They've got it to Mr. Bread and Butter. Raynaud to Paquin down low. Nice dish. Norwegian laid it in. Kenny Norwegian's first points. And they couldn't come at a bigger time. Scott Maine to Kenny Maine. Capitosto. 3!
Capitosto was hit after the shot. The referee let it go. He nailed the shot. That could have been a 4-pointer.
It's a 4-point Johnston lead with 1:40 to go. Amazing. Timeout for the Panthers with 1:36 left. Johnston, which has thoroughly looked like they're outplaying their opponents, has a 4-point lead on the gritty lunch pailers from the rural section of Rhode Island. What an ethic Joe May is pounding into these kids. They were shoveling dirt on the Knights with 7:30 left to play in the lead up to about 14 or so. It is 4. We'll be back in a moment at the Providence Civic Center. Three, 2, 1.
Whoa!
A block by Maine welcomes you back. Exeter West Greenwich nearly got it to a deuce. A great play by Brian Maine, blocking the shot by Brian Raynaud, who's got 36 points so far.
Came up from behind. Raynaud didn't even see him. Came up from behind and picked it right out of his hand.
Scott Maine hits the first and brings Exeter West Greenwich to within 3. Can you believe it? This one to cut it to a deuce. Paquin the rebound. Raynaud. Here's a 2-on-1 for Johnston. Raynaud. They lose it. Exeter West Greenwich can tie with a 3-point basket.
You know, John, I have to say, I can believe it. Exeter West Greenwich is here in the state finals. It's not an accident. They can hang. They're one of the 2 best teams in their division. And
Brian Maine. Traveled.
And he traveled. And here they're showing it. Here they're showing what they're made of. This is how they got to the finals. Down 3 with 1:05 to go.
What a job Joe Mayen, Nalpi Petrarca, and the rest of the staff at Exeter West Greenwich have done with this team. And oh yeah, that's quite a group of players they've got too. The foul's on Scott Main. That's the 10th team foul, so Johnston will be shooting 2. Matter of fact, both teams now with a double bonus. 70-67. DiPetrillo gets to shoot them. Jimmy's got 10 points. Now he's got 11. A minute 2 left to play. And yet another classic cliffhanger. 72-67. Here come the Scarlet Knights. Scott Main. Capitosto.
The shot they wanted from the man they wanted to shoot it. Wide open from the top of the key. Capitosto brings the Scarlet Knights within 2.
Mike Capitosto's 4th three-pointer. 72-70. Capitosto is 4 of 5 from outside the arc. And it's a 2-point game with 50.9 seconds left, David.
Great execution there by the Scarlet Knights. Capitosto wide open. Nobody in front of him. He was able to square up and hit that jumper that he's been very successful with all day.
Exeter West Greenwich started out trying to find that very early stat sheet that Jim gave me. It was like 3 of 12 or, yeah, they were 3 of 13 in the third quarter. They make 2 more of those shots and they're ahead. But now, as asked by the players on the floor, the fans get rowdy.
Both sides on their feet. This is high school basketball at its best. How about this for Rhode Island?
51 seconds left to play in the ball game. 72-70, Johnston. And Reynaud is tripped. The foul is on Kevin Main, I believe. It's only his first. The foul situation, LeBeau has 4. Justin Jesse has 3. They're on the floor now for the Knights. DiPetrillo's got 4. Nobody else in trouble. Brian Reynaud with 36 points tries to make it 38 at a time when they need them, and he missed it. Not there either. Exeter West Greenwich could take the lead with a 3-pointer. This is mind-boggling.
They have a timeout. Well, let's see if they use it.
Scott Main. Brian Main. The rebound won't fall. Johnston's got it. And a foul on Brian Main.
2 balls in and out of the rim. In and out. And there was a moment of eerie silence when that ball was bouncing around that rim from both sides. One side was waiting to explode.
One collective breath. And it came right up here, too. 2 tries from the stripe from Mike Reynaud. The Panthers are now 0 of 3 from the line. The shot clock is off. Reynaud to try to give them a 3-point lead. It goes 73-70.
Well, I'm sure we'll see the use of that timeout now. Maybe not. Maybe not.
17 seconds. 17.4 seconds.
No secret where they want to go here, John. They got to spring Capitosto somewhere outside of that three-point line.
Well, now you've got a Johnston team that's a little bit smarter, a little bit wiser, and they're going to go man-to-man, and they're going to have somebody in Mike Capitosto's face. They're not going to go the zone D. They're not going to allow the shot. They may not allow him to get the ball, so it's going to come from somewhere else. It's got to come from somewhere else. Now the question is where?
Well, there's always a possibility of going down low and trying to draw the foul and earn the three-pointer that way. The conventional one, as you like to call it.
Johnston 1 of 4 from the foul line in the last minute or so, and it's come from their better shooters. So if Exeter West Greenwich opts to go down low and try to steal the deuce and then foul right away,
or go for the inbounds pass, there's a lot of different ways. 17 seconds is plenty of time to draw up a few plays or a few scenarios. Exeter West Greenwich, they have to decide. The main decision is, do you go for 3 or do you go for 2? Do you use Capitosto as a decoy to spring one of the big guys down low, or vice versa, pass it down low and kick it back out to Capitosto for the 3?
Here's the answer. 17.4 seconds remaining. The Scarlet Knights have been astounding. LeBeau looks down low, gets it back. LeBeau for 3. Short. Rebound to the floor. Johnston's got it. 9 seconds left. A foul on the floor to be charged to LeBeau, and Raynaud picks him up.
LeBeau seemed to have a more open shot the first time he touched the ball. He kicked it down low. They gave it back to him, and with a defender charging, put it up, and it fell a little short.
Dan LeBeau finishes with 14 points. And with 8.2 seconds left to play in regulation, Johnston will have a chance to, well, I won't say wrap it up. We'll have a chance to take a very strong opportunity to close out a wonderful team from Exeter West Greenwich. That team had nothing to lose. They came in and said, hey, let's shoot them up.
They're making Johnston earn their credentials today.
Johnston came in a prohibitive favorite. People were pointing at this one as probably the most one-sided game out of the 6 in the Credit Union Classic. Guess what? Mike Raynaud for 2. Exeter West Greenwich still lives.
Well, the previous 2, John, we've had a double overtime and a buzzer beater, so anything short of that would be more one-sided. But this is just a great game, and he hits the second one.
8 seconds left. Here comes Scott Main, the three-point try. Raynaud with time running out, and the Panthers win the C championship.
Exeter West Greenwich outscoring Johnston 29-17 in the 4th, but still not enough as Johnston holds on to win 74-70.
And while the jubilation takes place on the floor, the Exeter West Greenwich fans give their guys a standing ovation in a losing effort.
Well-deserved standing ovation.
And you don't see it enough. Those kids busted a collective gut out there. They came up 4 points short, and they're still applauding them.
We heard earlier from the PA, and as we spoke with Dick Lynch in getting ready for this game, the theme of the whole year was sportsmanship, and that carries into the fans of both teams, as you just mentioned, John.
Well, that looks like the Green Bay Packers celebration. The Johnston Panthers just jumping into the crowd and getting mobbed by their classmates. Johnston gets a C championship for Jimmy Hopkins.
They were put to the test this afternoon, John. They held a pretty commanding hold of this game throughout the game, but when push came to shove at the end, Exeter made a strong run and actually had a chance a few times to tie this game. Johnston held them off valiantly, and it was enough to capture the state crown.
This entire crowd at the Providence Civic Center is standing and applauding the efforts of both Johnston and Exeter West Greenwich. The favorites win, but not without one major tussle. The final score, Johnston 74, Exeter West Greenwich 70.